who couldn't attend today. Right, so I think we should start 3:32. Not sure if anybody will join later. We are expecting 37. So now we have 21 including me. So what happens to the rest? How do you know about the Telegram group? You all log into the iTaklim?
Yes,
Yes, madam.
Do you think is there anybody who couldn't log into the iTaklim?
Maybe.
Maybe. Kenapa dia tak boleh login?
Dia tak
Because
pandai nak register.
recently they had some issue with the register because the password for the iTalent has been changed from previous one.
Really? Wow. If that's the case, then how we are supposed to communicate to the student if not through iTaklim? Is there any other way?
Yes,
Yeah,
actually they already put the how the guide for the student or how to reset the password.
So all students know how to reset the password.
Should be
Should be.
should be better.
So if they don't do, it's because they are lazy. Is that so?
yes.
Either that or they don't follow the social media for
Either they are lazy or don't follow social media. Is there a student who don't follow social media? Huh?
5%.
5%, Allah. I hope the 5% is not in my class. Okay. Alright, but because this is a lot. Now we have 23. We're supposed to get 37. So there are many still not joining. Okay, tak apalah. Dia tak join, they'll be in trouble later. So I will now share my screen. Okay. I will start the class. So let's start formally the class with Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Auzubillah. Can somebody recite the Fatihah for me loudly? Any volunteer? Wah, you are a student, no volunteer to recite Fatihah ke?
Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Amin. Thank you, Brother Shawal, for the recitation. Very nice. So now let's look at my slide. So we be using Zoom. Okay, everybody. Throughout this semester with my class, we'll be using Zoom. Why? Because I only know how to use Zoom. Google Meet later on we cannot record, and for MS Team, so it's complicated to me. So we'll be using Zoom, inshallah. If you have any problem with Zoom, let me know. Okay, right. So let me share my screen. Right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Alright, so brothers and sisters, welcome to this class. Hopefully you are in the right class. It's Engineering Ethics, Safety and Sustainability. And is this the recent name? I can't remember. We keep on changing the name for Genie. So, but the essence of it is Engineering Ethics, Safety and Sustainability. Whether it from Islamic perspective, in IIM will be from both the secular and from the Islamic perspective. My name is Nurul Fazlin Hasbullah. You can call me Madam Fazlin, and this is my email address. So I'm a lecturer from ECE, Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. And this is section 2, okay, brothers and sisters. Hopefully you don't join the wrong section. Last time we had one student who, until the end joined another section, and he didn't even realize that it's another section. I wanted to fail him, but for not being, He didn't even realize that he's in the wrong section. Then how is it possible to become an engineer? But in the end, I decided not to, and then I cut a lot of his marks. So make sure you are in the right section, section 2. Okay. Just to share you a cartoon, you don't have to worry about my future anymore. I just downloaded an entire college education. So this, I think, the world that we are living in, everything we can download. Everything we can ask Google, we can download. Not a problem anymore. So what's the need of education then? Right? So if you can download, you can memorize. You don't have to memorize anything because everything is online. So therefore, education, we need to look at the education in terms of enriching us. It's not about memorizing. Kalau tidak boleh download je, you can download everywhere the information. This is about understanding, and also understanding is with your brain and internalizing in your heart. Okay, engineering ethics is not a course like vibration or or statics or mathematics. This course is very, if you ask me lah, I'm teaching this how many semesters already. For me, this I think this is a fun subject. It depends on you. If the way you look at it, it can be fun, it can be a torture. So we'll see. So, but to me, it's a fun subject where you don't have to memorize, but you have to think critically and not only think but also act upon what you have learned. Okay, so let's start. Since it's our first day of the semester, first class of engineering ethics, so brothers and sisters, let's start with our purifying our intention. Niyah, our niyah. What is the reason you join this class? Madam, if I don't join this class, I will not be able to graduate. Yes. This engineering ethics is a compulsory course for everybody, all single engineers in KOE. You will not able to graduate if you don't pass this course. Okay, so it shows how crucial is this course. You cannot decide not to take this course. You want to replace with another course. Not possible. Engineering ethics is one of the pillar or the foundation of your degree, because this if you know with accreditation EAC, with the Board of Engineers Malaysia, our kuliah has put this engineering ethics is one of the culminating courses. It means that these courses are very important, where the Board of Engineers Malaysia will scrutinize to decide whether your certificate, when you graduate, you are certified as an engineer or no. Okay, so this course is very important. Some people although it's important, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be fun, but also important means that some people take this course like the last thing that they want to do. Okay, so my advice is not to do that, because you will suffer in terms of your grades later. This is a 3 credit hour course. So brothers and sisters, let's purify our intention. First day of the semester, first class. Hopefully we are doing this for the sake of Allah. Okay, I'm here teaching, you are there learning, so we both will get reward from Allah, pahala, if we have the right intention. Kita belajar kerana Allah. We study for the sake of Allah. We don't study for the sake of the certificate, or we don't study for the sake of the CGPA. No. If you do so, then you will not get the reward from Allah. So might as well you are being tortured here with me like 3 hours a week, right? 3 hours a week. Might as well these 3 hours a week will get every single second that we are here, we get reward from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So let's purify and straighten our intention. We are here for the sake of Allah, and we want to learn and improve ourselves to be the best engineer and the best Muslim possible. Okay, right. Now next, let's go. Before, normally this I will go through this every semester. So this I will remind everybody and myself on the online adab. brothers and sisters, this class is engineering ethics. Ethics about values and moral, about akhlak, right? About adab. If in engineering ethics you don't have adab or akhlak, no hope that other class you will have adab and akhlak and values and moral. So so we start here, okay? For me, I can give you marks on being having ethicals or values or morals on this, okay? So what are the adab? As a Muslim, we should have adab when learning. Islam teaches us to have adab while seeking knowledge. So these are the rules, okay, and the adab in my class, okay? So other classes, other lecturer, up to them what to do. In my class, you follow my rules, insyaAllah. Okay, so when you enter a meeting platform online, I think this semester we'll doing online, unless I don't know. Later, Allah, I forgot. I was supposed to do some Mentimeter poll, where to ask you where you are. I don't know whether all of you are in the what do you call it, in the mahallah, or all of you in at home. So if you all of you in mahallah, then one day we can have a face-to-face class. But otherwise, it will be online like this. Okay. So if it's online, make sure you come with your real name. Metric number is optional lah. But it'd be good to have a real name and your metric. I don't want a name like, you know, snowy, pink snow, or dusty blue, something like that. I don't know. Okay, put your real name. Secondly, prepare materials beforehand. If I ask you to do something, make sure you prepare it beforehand before you join this class, because it's an amanah that given by the lecturer, and you should do it. So if you think that you don't want to do the material or the things I ask, you should argue with me when I give it to you. But when I already give it to you and everybody quiet, it means that everybody happy, then you should do it. If you are not happy, you have many things, quizzes, assignment at the same time, we can negotiate. Okay, one of the things I want to teach you in this class is the art of negotiation. You can negotiate. In life, there are many things that you can negotiate. Just you need to know how to the right way to negotiate. You don't do something that make people angry, but you can negotiate and make them happy, all parties happy. Okay, so prepare the materials beforehand. If I have given you something, be early. I'm very punctual with the class, so I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, our class starts at 3:30. I don't know why they give me the last class. You know, I think next semester I want to ask the class in the morning, at least 2:30 lah. 3:30 maybe you'll be tired already. So but tired ke tak tired ke, this is an amanah for us to do the teaching and learning. So be early. 3:30 I will admit everybody at one click at 3:30. So if you come late, then 1 minute or 2 minutes late, I will not consider your attendance. Okay, and then 3 times not coming, I can give you a bar letter, right? Okay, so make sure. So that's why I will suggest you to be in the waiting room like 5 minutes before. Normally 10 minutes before I will give you the link. I will not give it earlier. I will give like 10 minutes every class, and you be in like 2-3 minutes before the 3:30. You are already in, and once I click, I will join in. Get dressed in a formal class attire. What I meant by formal class attire means that IUM dress code. IUM dress code. Because sometimes we will not sometimes. I will sometimes like this. I will record the class. So if you record the class, I'll put in YouTube so everybody can see what kind of clothing you're wearing, and the most importantly, make sure it's covering the aura properly. Covering the aura properly. I repeat, make sure you cover your aura properly, and that is also based on the IIM dress code. Okay, so make sure you do that. Brothers, make sure you don't wear a round neck, because why? After this we'll go through. I will see all of you. So if you are in another adab, if you are in this learning, teaching and learning online, you should inform lah your family members you're in a class, so that they will know that you are in a class, so they can like lower down their voice or something like that. Okay, so that's part 1 before entering. Part 2, upon entering. Okay, so in my class, okay, I know most of you may have problem of this. If you have problem, you need to discuss with me. All students have to switch on the camera throughout the class. So we will have like 1.5 hours class. So you have to switch on your camera unless, okay. So the default is everybody have to. So unless you cannot turn on because of you have a data problem, or you have a problem with your what do you call it, problem with your camera, you need to inform me minimum 10 minutes before the class. I don't want during the class you tell me. You're supposed to prepare beforehand. So if you have a problem with that, every class, so you have problem with your data, every class 10 minutes before the class, you're supposed to text me in Telegram. So you can, direct message me, right? You know my name in the Telegram. Direct message me and tell me, madam, my name is this, my trade number is this, I have a problem with data, I cannot turn on. So otherwise, if you don't do that, everybody has to switch on the camera during the class. Okay, most of we will do like synchronous and asynchronous class, meaning like this. Today we will have like 1.5 hours with me. Then there will be like classes, another maybe classes that I will ask you to do on your own, and I will discuss. I will give you material for you to read or watch, and we have a discussion next class. Okay, but if it's a synchronous like this, you all have to turn on. So after this, when I finish my presentation, everybody switch on the camera. If you cannot, you can message me in the Zoom. Why not? Okay, and then mute my microphone when you turn in. There's a spelling problem here, and then no need to identify yourself unless I ask you, how are you, brother? How's everybody? Then you have to answer. Okay. And then the other, during the meeting, ask for consent before recording. So before you want to record anything, I don't think you can record, but sometimes you can record from the desktop itself. So the adab is you should request for permission from me. Alamak, macam ni. Previous. You should ask consent from me before recording and before posting any part of the session. Okay, and then so Ipoh out terbalik. Okay, the instructor will be recording all sessions. So I'll be recording most of the session, insyaAllah, important session, and I will normally put it in my YouTube channel. So you can, if you miss or you want to repeat certain things, you can go to my YouTube channel to watch it. This is very important. Participate, brothers and sisters. You are supposed to participate in the class. So when I say, how's everybody? So you say, everybody should answer, Alhamdulillah, good. Not one or two. Okay. So if I ask a certain question, or everybody should answer. Madam, what if I don't feel that I want to participate? Okay. What do you think, Hafiz Rushdi? What if somebody feels that he or she doesn't want to participate? What do you think?
I think it's rude to be like that in a class.
It's rude. Okay, good. So it's rude. So is there any, should we punish the person or no?
That will be up to madam lah. I don't know the level of rudeness that you take for him to do like that.
Okay, level of rudeness. Interesting. So since this is a rule, I told you, right, my class, my rule. I'm teaching section 2. There are many other sections that you can go. So if you feel you don't want to do any of the any one, or you want to skip one of my rules here, brothers and sisters, this is very important. You can change your section. You don't have to stay in this section. So you have this one week to decide. So you feel that this is not with me, I don't want to participate, I just want to keep quiet in the class, I don't want to turn on my camera, what is this, this is not me. If that's the thing, nobody force you to stay in section 2. Okay, brothers and sisters, so you are welcome to join other section. I will sign the form for you to change the other section. That is provided the other section wants to take you lah. Okay, if the other lecturer doesn't want to take you, then you're in trouble. You need to like ask other lecturers to be happy to take you. Okay, so this is my rule. So if you want to join this class, you have to stick to these rules and regulation, including coming early. If you feel that you are not happy with it, in the beginning, I will say to you, do not join this section. Okay, if you are not happy, you want to complain later on, do not complain. If you complain, I have the proof of this video saying that I already told you, if you are not happy with this, you are welcome to join other section. Unless you have the problem, for example, you cannot turn on your camera because of data, then we can discuss still. We can chat after this on that. Okay, right. So and finally, if you need to leave the session, you should inform your lecturer lah. That's adab, right? In any class, actually this adab not only for engineering ethics, for all classes. But some lecturer, they don't mind if you don't switch on the camera. For me, I have a problem if the student didn't switch on the camera. Do you know why? Can you imagine, this is 3:30, everybody are tired and I cannot see your face. So it's like teaching to a wall. Do you know the feeling of teaching to a wall? Maybe you haven't tried. Maybe you should try teaching to a wall. After 10 minutes, you also you're already gone. So partly for you to participate, for you to engage you, and partly for me to be motivated. Otherwise, if I'm the lecturer, I don't feel motivated. What will happen to the class, right? So I need everybody's cooperation so that all of us can learn trying our best in a harmonious way, inshallah, online. And there's no la ikraha fid din. There's no force in the religion. So I'm not forcing you. If you want to stay in the, I'm not forcing you to stay in my class. So you have the option to go to other classes, other sections. There are, I think now, 6 sections of Genie. Okay. Any question up to now? Up till here?
So far, so good, madam.
Okay, so far so good. Right. Thank you, Brother Nazhan. So brothers and sisters, a new reality. This COVID-19 pandemic makes us a new reality. You've been learning online for how many semesters? For nearly 2 years, right? So we'll try our best. As I mentioned, if everybody turn on the camera, it will make life better for everybody, inshallah. We try our best. I will make your life easy. I will try to accommodate you, and you should try to accommodate me as well, and everybody else. Okay. Alright, so course assessment. Before we go to course assessment, I would like to share with you the course outline. Okay, all this information, I will put the slide, and all this course information is in the Google Classroom. After the class, I will give you a link of the Google Classroom so everybody can join there. So will be any announcement I will put in Telegram. But like, for example, where to get the slides, the rubric, the question, assignment, everything I will put in Google Classroom because it's more organized. If I put everything in Telegram, dia berterabur. If you want to retrieve it, it's difficult. Okay, so that's why we're going, inshallah, to use both. Okay, Brother Ashraf Nazaruddin. Okay, you can switch to your phone if you want. Okay, so kat mana saya tadi? Okay, let's see the course outline. Where's the course outline? Share screen. Course outline. Okay, can you see my my Word document here?
Yes, madam. Clear.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Ni tajuk dia sebenarnya Engineering Ethics from Islamic Perspective. Tu kata dia tukar nama. So saya tak suka dalam slide. Okay. Alright. So course synopsis. Panjang lah. Tak apa. You can read this. It will be in the Google Classroom. So the most important thing I want to highlight, what is the course learning outcome. By the end of the course, what should you learn? Okay. These are the 3 important things. Number 1, to internalize the role as responsible engineers towards creator and society. And the keyword here is internalize. So we want not only for you to be able to like teach, you know, we want it to come inside you. Macam it's like iman. Iman is not something that you write and say, okay, can you tell me what's the rukun iman, what's the pillar of Islam, what the pillar of iman? You can write down 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that iman? No, yeah, no, right? Iman is not for like you can write. Even a non-Muslim can write pillar of Islam this, pillar of iman this. So iman is something inside your heart. Right? Iman is something that you believe inside you. So this is what we want in this course, to internalize. For you in the end to have inside, it should go inside your heart. What should go inside your heart? You are responsible engineers, so you feel that wherever you are, you will be responsible, and you'll be an engineer. Who should you be responsible to? Number one, towards the creator, to Allah, and then to society. So we want you to by the end for you to feel to have that inside you, inshallah. And then number two, to comprehend Islamic ethical values on safety and health, as well as environmental concerns and the need for sustainable development. Panjang. Basically, number two, we want you to understand, okay, the Islamic ethical values. What does Islam say of certain things? Okay, on certain things for the safety. How does Islam view safety? How does Islam view health? Okay, safety and health. How does Islam view environmental concern? Okay, does Islam care about environmental concern or no? If yes, how? And how should we react to this? And at the end, the need of sustainable development. So you'll be learning, inshallah, all this in this course. And number three, to demonstrate ethical principles in leadership, behavior, and character with continuous self-development. Okay, what does it mean? So brothers and sisters, for you to pass this course, you need to show that you have principles, ethical principles. Dalam Islam, kita kena ada principle. We, as a Muslim, we need to have a principle. So principle in leadership. So that's why you'll be given a project. So you need to show your leadership in the project. Every single one of you have to show this leadership. And also ethical principles in behavior. How's your akhlak? How's your akhlak with your teacher? How's your akhlak with your friends? How's your akhlak with the cleaner? How's your akhlak with your mother? How is your akhlak with everyone around you? Okay, behavior and character. So this is akhlak with continuous self-development. Continuous self-development means, brothers and sisters, we hope that you show you show that you are continuously improving yourself, not only within this course, not only this semester, not only next semester, hopefully until you die. Okay, as a human being, we need to continuously improve ourselves in all aspects, especially as a Muslim believer. Okay, so basically these are the three things. So you can see, right, this learning outcome is very different than other courses, other engineering courses. This is more, if you ask me, more on the soft skills, soft things inside you. And this is very important as an engineer. Otherwise, this will not be a culminating course. For the Board of Engineers Malaysia, this is very important. And for your information, everybody around the world, the one who takes engineering will have to go through this engineering ethics class. It's compulsory everywhere around the world. Why? Because if you don't have ethics, but you have the brain, there will be trouble in this world. That's why we have people who do like nuclear bomb or something like that, because they don't have ethics. Okay, they have the knowledge but they don't have ethics. Okay, so this is the assessment, brothers and sisters. Assessment, there will be assignment or quizzes. I think I will only give assignment 30%. So maybe there are 2 or 3 assignment across the semester. Okay, for each of the learning outcome, there will be assignment. Then case study. So this assignment will be individual, brothers and sisters. This assignment is individual. Case study. Case study means I will give you like a scenario, and you are supposed to think of how to react, what to do in that kind of scenario as an engineer. So this case study is also individual, and the percentage is 30%. It's a lot. So 60%, and this is called the carry marks. 60% of carry marks. Okay, final. Your final you need to pass the final, right? Nowadays, if you don't pass the final, you fail the whole course. So even you get an A for case study assignment, but you don't do your project, then you will fail this course. So you have the university social responsibility projects, which counts for 40%. I will explain more after this, inshallah, about this 40%. And this project is group project. Okay, this 40% is group. So you have to find your own team afterwards. Okay. So what are the course content that you'll be learning, inshallah, in this course? Number 1, concept of Khalifah, relationship with the Creator, human being and alam, insan sejahtera. FPK means falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan. What's FPK in English? Can somebody Google it for me? Put in the chat. What is the falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan in English? It's basically what do we in Malaysia we have this philosophy of the national philosophy of education in Malaysia. So in the end, whether it's primary, secondary, high school and university, the country have a certain goal for you, and this goal is in this philosophy. Okay, so we'll go through that. And then we also, as a university, we have IIUM KOE vision and mission, and then we also have Maqasid Syariah. Okay, so we'll be learning about this, and then we'll cover role and responsibilities of engineers, attribute of an engineer, and the importance of engineering ethics, and then we'll go through the proposal writing, and then there will be code of conduct for engineers. So as an engineer in Malaysia, you have the 1967 Act, meaning that we are legally obliged to follow a certain code of conduct as an engineer in Malaysia. Otherwise, you can be jailed, or you can be fined. Okay. Number 4, professionalism. We've been learning about the concept of professionalism in relation to itqan, perfection and ihsan. Itqan and ihsan, and then we will talk about accountability, honesty, integrity, competency, respect and empathy. And we will also go through the unethical scenario in the workplace. So later on, as an engineer, you will work. So what are the possible unethical scenario that will happen? For example, here, confidentiality, conflict of interest, corruption, bribery, piracy and copyright issues. So we have this, and then we'll discuss on this, inshallah. And number 6, management crisis. So also when you are working, you will you will face one day problem in your workplace. So how do you handle conflict between managers and engineers? And we'll talk about whistleblowing and some case study. And then we'll look at law of contract, Akta Suruhanjaya Pencegah Rasuah Malaysia, SPRM. So this thing. And then engineers in safety and health issue. We'll talk about the safety and health issue as an engineer pun sama. And then we'll look at the environmental protection. As an engineer, we need to take care of the environmental. So what are the things that we need to look at in terms of land, water and air? Global warming and renewable energy, recycling, environmental impact. So semualah kita belajar nanti, insyaAllah. And then we'll be learning about the key concept of sustainability and issues. So sustainable development pillars. What are they, and how are we supposed to understand and implement them in our life? Okay, and then you will have this project, the university. Ni bukan CSR, but USR, University Social Responsibility project. And in the end, you will be talking about registration of engineers with the Board of Engineers Malaysia, and what is the route to become a professional engineer. Okay. Stop sharing. Any question up to there?
So far, no, madam.
So far, no? Okay, Fatima, no. Other people?
No.
No, madam.
Alright. Okay, so let's go back to my slide. Dah lama tak mengajar, you know, it's nearly 3 months. Nak bercakap pun macam very, I feel my, you know, my mouth is like twisting. It's been a while since I've been speaking English. Otherwise, you know, no class I'll be speaking in Malay. Okay, so never mind. We'll go back here. But it's good to see all of you again. Right, so where are we? So now let's go back to this. So brothers and sisters, very important, the course assessment, carry mark 60%, it will be assignment, maybe 3 assignments or 2, depends. I don't like to give a lot of assignment to you, but because this is a culminating course, we have to give the assignment based on the learning outcome. Otherwise, the board of engineers not happy and they will not accredit you. So when you work, your CJ lah, your certificate tak laku your certificate will not be counted. So that's why we have to do it properly. So we have 3 assignments or 2, and case study 1 individual, and final project, it's a group project, will be 40%. So what is the theme? Okay, brothers and sisters, the theme of the project is contributions of engineers to society. Contributions of engineers to society. That's the theme, the theme. So meaning that you have to choose a project that shows your contribution as an engineer to the society. There are many kind of society. Depends on, you can choose one society and you need to demonstrate that you are contributing to the society as an engineer. Okay, so it's up to you, the creativity of your title. You are, from now you can start thinking, okay brothers, because maybe in the second week you need to submit your ideas, your title. Okay, and then I will, alamak, proposal deadline ni, I think this is wrong, ni March. Okay, let me use the previous semester slide. How do I do this? Allah, and show. So this I will update this in the Telegram, insyaAllah. So the deadline be updated, but normally 2 weeks from now. So we have 14 weeks. So proposal, by next week you need to have a title, you need to have group members and the title. Okay, so we'll be discussing in the class, so you can come to me and you can text me to ask whether your title is okay or no. And then by end of the 3rd week you need to submit your proposal. Okay, and there's a proposal template in the Google Classroom. Have a look. Okay, after this I will give you the link for the Google Classroom. Have a look what's needed in the proposal. Basically it's the same, it's normally the title, you need to have the, you know, the introduction, the background, the objective, the methodology. Okay, and then who are your group members and what are they going to do. Okay, so so the group, you can choose 3 to 5 person per group, maximum of 5, minimum of 3. Okay, so and I'm proposing the groups to try your best not to have a mixed group, mixed brothers and sisters. Why? Because you know, this my thinking. Other people, other lecturer maybe have another thinking. My thinking is, you know, in Islam, we are, you know, in Islam there's always, you know, like segregation between brothers and sisters, male and female, in many ways, right? So ideally the university should also be segregated, but we are living in this world where everything are like intermixed. So so it's fine. In education it's okay to have in a class brothers and sisters in one class, but as much as possible I'll be what do you call it, encouraging you not to have a mixed mixed gender, because this to safeguard your gaze, pandangan mata. Dalam Islam ada kan banyak ayat Quran yang menceritakan tundukkanlah pandangan, lower your gaze to the men and also to the women. So having the same gender in the group will help you to protect yourself for lowering the gaze. Okay, so that's my reason why. If you want a mix, you need to justify to me why you need to have a mixed group. Okay, and then guidelines all approval. So whenever you do this project, well, if it involves other society, right, it involves that you go to a place or you do something to a place, you need to contact the authority or the people in charge. Any approval letter should go through me. So I will look at your approval letter, your English, the way you write, the adab of your writing, then it will go out. Otherwise, they will blame, see, you are a student, very bad writing. So I don't want that. So that's why you have to go through me, and I will endorse it. Then you will go to bring the letter to the other people, people outside society. Okay, so in this project, University Social Responsibility Project, there are three main elements. The 40% stands for 10% for proposal, 20% for portfolio, and 10% for presentation. Okay, 10% proposal, which be the deadline will be roughly the third week. Portfolio is like your report. The template also in Google Classroom is very detailed. So you are supposed to record everything. It's like the logbook. But logbook, you compile logbook into a report. As an engineer, you are encouraged to have a logbook. To become a professional engineer pun, you're encouraged to have a logbook. And then presentation. Then you can 10% for presentation. Since the past few semesters, there's no presentation like macam synchronous. What happens is you need to present it in terms of video. A video to showcase your project and to showcase that you actually contributing to society. So remember the tema ni, you need to make sure fulfill this theme. Okay, try to find a project which is not too difficult and not too easy. If too easy, for example, madam, our group project is to pick up the rubbish around IUM. I would say that's very easy. You don't have to become an engineer to pick up a rubbish. Even the law people, even the IKH people, education, kuliah for education, anybody can do that. So that one will be rejected. Okay, so try to choose something and don't. That's too easy. The other extreme is too difficult. Madam, our group will make a drone that will be flying like 15 feet on air and under even though under the tsunami, environment. So that is like extreme lah. So because you need to remember, you have to finish this around maybe dalam week 12 you have to finish already. Okay, because week 12 you need to submit the portfolio, then after that you need to do the presentation. 12 or 13. So it must be doable in this semester, and it must be that everybody can do it in the group. You cannot choose a project, madam, I want this project, but in the end, who are going to do it? Only me, because I'm the only one in Mahallah, because maybe the project is about doing something to the Mahallah, and the rest of it are in their house. So it's not valid. So it must there must be contribution of all. So you need to be very what do you call it, creative to do this. Okay, ada soalan tak ini? Do you have any question on this?
No, madam.
No, madam.
Me, I have question.
Yes, brother.
For the project, do we have to make a product or?
Yes, for the project, it has to be in practical. It cannot be idea.
Okay.
So it cannot be idea. It doesn't have to be a prototype or everybody. It can be a service. Service doesn't mean that you have a prototype, right? But the idea is for you to contribute. If it's if your project is just an idea, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to save the world, and then after that I will do this, I will make the map of the world, then that's idea, that is not contributing in terms of the practical. So when we say contributions here, we want to see you actually hands-on doing it. Hands-on. Okay, hands-on doing it. So whether it's a video editing or website, website apa nama ni, developing. So you can choose. So because in this class there's a mix between all department. So we don't have one department here, many departments. So what do you mean? So it's good to have different perspectives. So one can you are supposed to complement each other. In life, in real life, and when you're working in a workplace, you will not be working with only electrical engineers. You'll be electrical, be working with mechanical will be working with material will be working with civil. So this kind of arrangement in the class is good to have people from different background to be part of your project. Okay, any more question? Yes, no, don't know, don't
No,
care.
Clear, madam.
Okay, betul kau ni clear. Nanti okay, make sure you clear. Saya bagi, I already given you all chance to ask question. Okay, Google Classroom, as I mentioned, we'll be using Google Classroom. I will give you the link in the Telegram, inshallah, after this. So all the assignments, the course outline, the rubric, the template of the project can be found in the Google Classroom. Group project deadline. Should we discuss now? Okay, maybe we should discuss now. Okay, brothers, let's open my book now. So let's discuss the deadline. Now, deadline number 1, which is the proposal. Can somebody open the calendar and tell me? Okay, so that we have first deadline on the project. So by next week, hari ni apa? Isnin, Rabu, Wednesday next week. What's the date?
13th of October, madam.
13 October 2021 will be, everybody need to submit the name of your the name of your, what do you call it, the name of your project, the title of project, bukan name, title of the project. You have to choose the group name as well, group name, and then who members. I will give you a Google link for you to Google form to fill in, and you need to give me a paragraph of what is your project about. So a synopsis. Okay, Wednesday 13, title project, the group name, who are the members, and what is the synopsis of your project, what you're going to do for the project. Very, very short, so I can browse through. If anything like I look very weird, maybe that is the one I will call for more discussion. Okay, if I say if everything okay, I will just proceed. Okay, then number 2, the deadline for the proposal will be the 3rd week. Can you give me the Sunday of final of the 3rd week? Can you give me a date? Anybody?
24, madam.
24th? 24?
Yes.
24th of ni, kalau everybody check if he is wrong and I'm wrong, then you are stuck with this. Okay, 24th of October 2021, Sunday. This is the submission of the deadline, proposal, which will be the 10%. Okay, then we need the submission of your portfolio. This should be week 14, week 13. Do you know what's the date for week 13? Nobody knows? If you don't know, it's fine. I will just write week 13. Okay, and then finally submission of video presentation will be week 14. Okay. Alright, any question, anything to argue, to negotiate? No? Everybody happy?
For now, no, madam.
Okay, for now, no.
Madam, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
For the submission, portfolio and video presentation, week 13 and 14, right?
Video is 14.
Video
Portfolio 13.
Is it on Sunday?
Sunday.
Alright, thank you, madam.
Welcome. Sunday lah. Kita bagi satu. You can work on the weekend. Okay, I already turned off my presentation. You know what to do, right? I will wait for a few minutes for people to prep themselves, unless you already message me. So still waiting for Amin Khalili, Zikri Husni, Fikri, Syarul Nizwa, Sarah, Ilhami, Zulfadli, Umi Raihana. Okay. Okay, few more minutes. Waiting for Zulfadli and Fikri. Zikri Husni. Syarul Nizwa, we cannot see anything.
My cam working, madam.
Apa Zikri?
Do you see my cam?
No, we cannot see you. Syarul Nizwa, we can see something blinking, but not your face yet. Terus kat yeah.
I remove the what we call the sellotape.
Boleh. Sellotape pun boleh juga. Mana-mana lah. So okay. Alright, brother. Good to see your face. So we have like 27 of us here. Okay, I can see you. So for this time, you are excusable not to wear round collar neck. This time it's okay because you are shocked. You don't know that you have to turn on the video. But next class, make sure you wear properly with collar neck and proper IM dress code. Sarah, where are you? Sarah, where's your camera? Are you there, Sarah?
Yes, I do.
Tadi. Okay. Alright. So, okay. So, any question for the presentation? It makes me smile to see all of you. Otherwise, I've been speaking to the wall, kesian saya. So, any question for everything that I presented just now? So, now it's a game of chasing, I'm telling you what will happen. If you are slow, brothers and sisters, you have no group. It happens to every semester. And suddenly there's one, madam, I don't have a group. And when you don't have a group, what will happen? Can you guess what will happen when you don't have a group?
Fail, madam.
Working alone.
Amin kata fail. Orang lain?
Do the project alone, madam.
Do the project alone. Cannot. Because I already make it's a group project. You cannot do it alone. So what else?
Drop the subject.
Wow. Drop the subject. Wow. Now every second after this, people are chasing to find a group member. Basically, if you cannot find, there are like instances before that the person is a bit slow. So everybody have three and say, for example, Amin, Muzamil and Nazhan say, we already 3, we don't want anymore. So you have the choice to not say I don't want anymore, right? So because the 3 to 5, you can up to 5. So and then everybody has a group, and suddenly you are left with 1. person. For example, 1 or 2. 2 also you cannot make a group, minimum 3, right? So what will happen is normally if you cannot find a number 1, I will request any group to accept you, any group. So whether you are happy or not happy, it depends on the group whether to accept you or no. So if there's any group, or in Malay we say berhati mulia, who want to accept you, then you'll be accepted. Let's say nobody wants to budge, nobody wants to add then I will give a few times for you to go and beg around, BEG, beg around, so for people to accept you. But in the end, if cannot, I will say, brother, maybe you want to think whether you want to you still be in this section or no. Okay, normally it happens to the brothers. I'm sorry, sisters always very good, sisters. So I don't know, brothers ni, sometimes they're always the one who make the one who are what you call it, they are very brave of challenging the situation, are normally the brothers. So they do late, they do lazy. So the sisters normally they are very sharp and very quick in this, so that they will not be left alone. Okay, so sisters, if I don't know whether you know everybody here or not, or brothers, but this is the time you can message. In the Telegram there are numbers, right? So this is the time you just message that person, say, brother or sister, would you like to join our group? Or if you have a friend already here, then that's great. You can work with your friends. Okay, so I will not dictate who will be in your group. Any other question? So if no question, I think later on I will share you what are the 4:30 already. What are the other? There are many problems that you will face for this project. Number 1, because you are not in one place. Okay, one is in Djibouti, right? Who's in Djibouti? Can you guess? Ipo. What's your real name? Ipo, IPO. I don't know. IPO. What's your name? Taufik. Can you guess who's from Djibouti here? Who's in Djibouti now? Taufik? Saufi? Saufi mana?
My name is Ahmad Saufi, not Saufi.
Yeah. Oh, your name is Saufi. Okay, Saufi. Can you tell me? Cakap kuat sikit boleh tak? Saya one thing about me, I'm sorry, you have me as a lecturer, but you can change section, no problem. One of the problem with me, I have some hearing problem, so I cannot. You need to speak louder. So I already make maximum my speaker. It's always like that. I don't know. One of the reason I think because when I was studying, like all of you, and doing my PhD, I like to wear the what do you call it, the headband, apa orang panggil dia? What do you call it? Earphone, the big headphone. The big headphone, right? Because I want to concentrate, and this music, I think direct to my ear has damaged my ear. Maybe I didn't check, but I have a feeling because when I was around with my friends, everybody can hear it, but for me, I always not clear. So be patient lah. So you have to speak loud with me. Okay, so Saufi, who do you think from Djibouti here? Who in Djibouti now? Awak tak faham soalan saya ke? Siapa faham soalan saya? Tak ada seorang faham.
Apa maksud in Djibouti, madam?
Do you know what's Djibouti?
The country, madam.
Thank you, Fatima. It's a country, brother. So my question is, guess who's in Djibouti, in the country called Djibouti now?
Somaya Muhammad.
Sumaya Muhammad.
Siapa? Who?
Somaya Muhammad.
Sumaya Muhammad, are you here? Where's Sumaya?
That he can enter the Zoom meeting.
Oh no, I mean in this group here. Is there anybody in this here in Zoom? No. Nobody here. I don't know. I know someone. Are you here? I don't know whether you. Anybody from Djibouti here? We cannot hear you, Sumaya. No voice. Ke orang lain boleh dengar? No, still no. I talk sign language with you. Cannot. No, just kidding.
Madam,
Huh?
he already messaged on the Telegram
She already
that
message. Siapa
he can
message?
enter the Zoom
Message what?
in Telegram group.
Telegram? Dia message apa?
Cannot enter the
Access the
Zoom
meeting.
meeting from the card.
Unable to join the meeting. Wah, okay. Ada problem dengan Zoom ni. Ya Allah. Okay. Now, you know, Zoom are very... this, I will tell you a secret. Okay, I will stop recording.